Looks like we're up and running here. Alrighty, well, we're back again with some more Pokemon Run&Bun. World's Hardest Nuzlocke. We are continuing on with our current furthest attempt. I last left off starting the first few fights in this erratic weather section. Still have quite a few left. There's 6 left. The next 2 being in rain. So, and then after this section, we'll get our access to the 8th gym after calling upon Rayquaza. So, yeah, got the next fight prepped already. So, why don't we just go ahead and head on over there? If we can get at least 3 fights done today, I think that would be good progress, but we'll see how much we can get through with today. Definitely want to keep trying to make some progress here, because this attempt is getting pretty close to the end of the game, which is really exciting but also nerve-wracking. It's just in the sense of trying to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes along the way at the, at the 1-yard line. Alright, so we're back here. We did this fight, we did this double battle, we did her, and let's see, is this the next guy? Let me see. Yeah, I think we left off with this guy. Let me just save just in case. I think we already. I think we're 4 fights in, so it shouldn't be this guy. Yeah, no. Okay. So we should be in Route 130 now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so still rain. Where are we at here? Oh. Okay, I think this is the guy. Let's see, it doesn't look like it's raining right now. It should be, but oh no, there it is. It's okay. Alright, so let me save. Alejandro, what's up in the chat? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good day today. Alright, let's see. And I gotta make sure before I start the fight, I pre-toxic my Delmise. So let me do that really quick. Let's see. Okay, cool. And then just make sure I have all the right items here. Magnet, black glasses, no item, zoom lens, Pecha, Rost. Okay. Lily, what's up in the chat as well? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate the chat. Hope you're having a good day today. Alright, and then let me just double check the pre-damage here with Electrode. Let's see, 123. Okay, perfect. Alright, so this should all be good. Alright, let's go in and take this guy on here. Swimmer Rodney. So this is battle number 5 in the erratic weather. This fight is in the rain. And he leads off here with a Mantine with Swift Swim. With Hurricane, guaranteed accurate, all that. So can be pretty threatening, but I can take advantage of the rain as well, which also makes Thunder guaranteed accurate. So I can outspeed even in Swift Swim and just one-shot with a magnet boosted Thunder. Alright, perfect. So Mantine goes down. And at this HP, we should always bring in, what's his face? The Gourgeist. Perfect. This guy, Gourgeist, is a little scary because it's got Explosion. There's 2 mons with Explosion on this team. This is the first one. But because I'm holding an item, it sees a guaranteed KO with Poltergeist. So it can never explode when it's at full health if it sees a KO. So knowing that, I'm going to swap directly to my Hydreigon, who I have to have holding an item, so he will get hit with the Poltergeist, but it won't deal that much damage. So swap directly to my Hydreigon here. Yeah, so there's the Poltergeist. Which we resist, so not that big a deal. And then we can outspeed and one-shot with Dark Pulse as it goes for a Shadow Sneak before it gets taken up here. So, yep, Dark Pulse will just one-shot here. Perfect. So Gourgeist goes down, and this should always be bringing in Masquerain. Perfect. Alright. So Masquerain comes in. It's got Intimidate. It's holding a Life Orb to boost its damage. And right now it sees a guaranteed KO with Bug Buzz on my Hydreigon. It's Arceus, what's up in the chat? Thanks for popping in, hope you're having a good day today. Alright, so it's guaranteed going for Bug Buzz here, so I'm going to swap directly to my Gliscor, which can take it fairly well. So there's a Bug Buzz. Alright. And then from here we can just simply outspeed and one-shot with Acrobatics. Alright, Masquerain goes down. Next thing that should come in is... what's it called? The Drifblim. Perfect. And this Drifblim also has Explosion. It's and it's holding a Focus Sash, making it a little annoying to deal with. And it's also got Aftermath as an ability to also make it more annoying. But we're always baiting a Weather Ball after taking that Bug Buzz here. Let me just triple check. Yeah, so it's always going to go for a KO with a Water-type Weather Ball. And because we outspeed, I can go for a U-turn, which will break the Focus Sash and swap me out at the same time. And I'm going to swap back to Hydreigon, which can eat up this Weather Ball pretty well. Perfect. And then, now because the Focus Sash is broken, we can outspeed and one-shot with Dark Pulse, which is not a contact move, so it won't trigger the Aftermath ability once it's KO'd. Alright. And then this should always be bringing in Blastoise. Perfect. And this is a leftovers Rain Dish Blastoise with Iron Defense and Body Press. So pretty tanky, pretty annoying to deal with, but because I outspeed and two-shot it with Draco Meteor, it can only go for Body Press as its highest damaging move. So knowing that, I'm gonna swap to my my Dhelmise to be immune to the Body Press here. Perfect. Alright, and then I'm pre-toxic so that as Blastoise here, if it goes for Scald, it won't burn me. And I'm holding a Zoom Lens to make it so that my Power Whip is guaranteed accurate and can always one-shot. It'll either right now go for Scald or Protect. Even if it protects twice, we're perfectly fine. So, we'll see what it does here. If it attacks, then we're perfectly fine. Yeah, so there's a Protect. It's gonna want to do that to, since I'm statist, to drain my HP a little bit, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so there's Scald. Can't get burned. There's the crit. All accounted for. Alright, perfect. Alright, so last up here is a Pyukumuku, which its whole set here is basically, it's got Toxic with Soak, and then double what's it called? Double Team and Recover. So it's basically wants to set up double teams, use Recover with leftovers, and then Toxic Stall you. So to deal with this thing, right now it's either going to use Soak or it's going to Double Team. Either is perfectly fine. We're going to swap to my Magna Zone here. Yeah, so there's Double Team. So normally this would be concerning. However, since it is still raining, the move Thunder has a separate accuracy check when it's in the rain. So even though Pyukumuku's evasiveness has been raised, the rain ignores that. So Thunder is just always guaranteed accurate, no matter how evasive the opponent is. So we can just outspeed and two-shot with two Thunders. It does have Inwards Out. Even if we kill with a crit here, we'll always survive at full HP. So we'll go for one Thunder. Yep, and it just goes for another Double Team. But again, Thunder is still guaranteed accurate. So we'll just KO with another Thunder here. And there we go. Inwards Out. Totally fine. And there we go. Squid and Ronnie down. Alright, cool. Let's go back and heal him up and save. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next fight here. I already took a snip at it, but I haven't formed a full line for it yet, so we can take a quick look here. And we got Swift Swim Kingdra to start with. Which outspeeds pretty much everything, even with Choice Scarf. So, but I think the game plan here was use Primarina. Or actually, I think I was going to use Assault Vest Gudra, which I think is a little better. Oh yeah, because Gudra would bait always Cross Chop. So I can level them up, take out Kingdra, and then bait fast KO with Cross Chop from Toxicroak. And then I think the plan was going to Fly Score? Or let's see. Let's see, I could go Gliscor. The only thing I'd have to worry about is double crit into poison, but actually one shot with Earthquake, so I can just hold a Petra Berry in case of Gunshot. Or I can go. So if I do Baskill Legion, the problem is that it's gonna bait Head Smash from Dreadnought, so I don't want to use him. Lila, what's up in the chat? Thanks for popping in. Hoping you're having a good day today so far. Enjoying your Sunday. Let's see. So I could get a Golisopod emergency exit. Into Alakazam, maybe? But then... Oh no, it has Sucker Punch, I can't do that. I could maybe go Hydreigon. Hydreigon Draco. That could work. Yeah, Draco plate, Draco one-shots, and we take nothing from the sucker. So if I do that, Hydreigon would bait... let's see. Okay, good. So Hydreigon would bait Leech Life or First Impression from Durant. So I could go Infernape. But then Infernape baits Random Move. So that's not super ideal. I think the thing is I want to bait... Who else could I go to here? Let's see. Bug Gem boosted First Impression deals a lot of damage. I could go Charizard maybe. Let's see if I give Charizard a Choice Scarf. That would also bait Random Move. Dreadnought. So that doesn't bode well either. Let's see, who else can I use here? Let's see, I think Gliscor would be the best bet because I can bait a fast KO from Rotom. And then I can go directly to Beedrill and KO with U-turn. Let me see here. Let's see. I could try the Gliscor. I would just have to see what the damage would look like, but let's see. I gotta go use the Russian Liquor first, though. let's see here. So, let's see. I could level up Y score to 91 to take less damage. If I do that, I would have to pre-damage to, in case if Gunk Shot were to miss, so that I'm always fading Leaf Storm from Rotom instead of Dreadnought here. So that means I would have to pre-damage to 1. See, actually pre-damage to the max roll, because it doesn't matter if Rotom goes for Nasty Plot here. So I can go pre-damage to 187 plus min roll of Cross Chop. You know, but Cross Chop can also miss too. That makes things a little... annoying here. Let's see. So that means I would have to pre-damage to exactly 187. So if I do that, and I get hit with both, and they both crit. Let's see, max roll, max chop crit, cross chop crit deals 94. And max roll Gunk Shot deals 112, so that would KO me if I got double crit. So that doesn't work. What else could I use here? Talk Father, what's up, bro? Thanks for popping in the chat. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday today. Let me see. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to figure out this this next battle here. Let's see, so I think the most, it would be a lot more consistent to, let's see. The problem is though is that if I do try to emergency exit, Toxicroak could also miss the cross chop on Golisopod and then set up a Swords Dance, so that's also not too ideal. Alright, so then probably have to do, instead of Goodra, probably have to go the Primarina route. problem is that Primarina baits both Leaf Storm and Thunder. So that doesn't really get me that far. Could go if I KO it. If I KO Kingdra with Prim and bait Rotom, I could go Electrode. And then oh yeah, that's what I could. I can bring in Electrode, but put to sleep, which will guarantee make Rotom go for Nasty Plot. That'll get me a free swap to V-Drill and be able to KO with U-Turn. That way I don't have to worry about Signal Beam confusion. If I do that, let's see, I need to bait Dreadnought, Liquidation. So let's see, who can do that here? The problem though is that if it baits... The problem is baiting Toxicroak first. Let's see, maybe if I bring out Gliscor? Oh yeah, Gliscor works, because Gliscor doesn't show any other fast KOs on the rest of the team. So that guarantees Liquidation. But then the problem is I'm running out of team slots here, because I would have to Golisopod emergency exits into something like Sneasler with a Choice Scarf. So if I did do that, I could outspeed and one-shot with close combat after the emergency exit. This would bait... Let's see, this would actually bait Goodra for Aqua Tail. I could also use Primarina for this. Primarina could 1v1. Which would bait Gunk Shot from Toxicroak. And I could then do the Gliscor 1v1. But then Gliscor would bait kind of a random move. Actually, it would be Iron Head. But then who can I use for that? I'm running a little too short on team slots here. Yeah, because everything else is not really usable here. What about if I did natural gift? Let's see, what does a fire type natural gift look like? Wotnelberry? I think I have one of those. Oh, but then, oh no, that doesn't work because I need a choice scarf on this. Let's see. What about instead of Sneasler, can I use Infernape? Not quite. He does outspeed, but she doesn't have a guaranteed one-shot, so... And my Urshifu is minus speed. Unfortunately. Even Jolly would be still slower. Maybe... Yeah, I'm not really seeing a clean line here. I don't really have anyone that can really deal with liquidation that well from Dreadnought here. Let's see, what about Blaziken? Can Blaziken do it if I leveled him up? Choice Scarf? No, too slow. And doesn't one-shot. Dang it. I could possibly do like a choice band lip term strategy. Yeah. And I could do like a double Golisopod emergency exit to KO with flip turn. If I did that, where could that get me? If I brought out Beedrill, could possibly do something with U-turn here. I don't think this is gonna... I don't think this will work. I just don't have enough team slots. Because to deal with Durant, my best option is Infernape. So... Let's see, what if I... let's look back at the Goodra strat again. Goodra breaks cross chop. What if I swapped Dragapult on a cross chop? This would be guaranteed Sucker Punch. And with Sucker Punch, I could go I could go Gliscor and then get a free switch to just a gunk shot. And then maybe from there, because then I can just at least prepare for just one hit. That might work. So then I can free damage to 187. And a max roll gunk shot crit deals 112. That would leave me at 75. Which would always be Leaf Storm from Rotom. Okay, so I think that actually works. So then I can still swap directly to Beedrill. On a Leaf Storm. KO with U-turn. And then again I need to bait Liquidation. So what could I use to do that? Excadrill would do it. But then I'm still short on a team slot. Let's see, what if I went Barraskewda? Barraskewda would bait, or Dreadnought always, Dragapult always baits Head Smash. Let's see, I mean I could try. Let me see. Excadrill is 91. Actual head smash crit. Still deals a bit too much damage. I feel like I can have something going here. What's up, Andrew? What's up in the chat? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday so far. Don't mind me, I'm still kind of trying to figure out this, the line for my next battle here. This one's kind of a tough one. Let's see, I need to bait something that can be a dual purpose of not just baiting out Dreadnought, but also doing something else. extra drill be used for something other than baiting? Or maybe I could just, let's see, what if I did toy scarf, electrode? If I brought electrode out after the U-turn from B-drill, that would bait first impression from Durant. I could go I can go Infernape on a first impression. And then outspeed KO with overheat. But then I would just be baiting a KO from Dreadnought. So that's not really ideal either. What if I did... Oh, how about this? What if I did Choice Scarf Salazzle? Level her up. Oh, she's speed tied? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Swift Swim Dreadnought is so freaking fast. Well, that doesn't work. I think it has to be Choice Scarf. What if I did Choice Scarf Infernape though? If I did Choice Scarf Infernape, I could bait Goodra instead. To which I can then... If I KO to Dragon Darts, that would always bait Head Smash. What if I try to do some, like, U-turn shenanigans? I don't know if that would work either. That works either. Dang. let's see. I'm probably gonna have to try to figure it out with Barraskewda. With a choice band. If I bring out Barraskewda, Barraskewda baits first impression. I can choice band Infernape to bait Aquatail Goodra. If I flip turn, this will always bait Breaking Swipe. I can Breaking Swipe into I might be dead to a Breaking Swipe crit. And I can't switch in on Aquatail. And if I KO a Dragapult, I'm always baiting Head Smash. This Dreadnought is a problem. Let's see, who else could I go for here? Much other options. If I bring, so if I do Choice Scarf, Electrode, it's still the same thing. But then after I KO, what if I go Choice Scarf Sneasler? That would bait Ironhead from Durant. getting stumped on this one. What if I KO'd Rotom with... Instead of U-turning, what if I just KO'd? That would bait Durant, most likely. Or possibly... Goodra. Could KO with Beedrill. Bait Durant. Go. It's kind of a random move though. I could go Choice Scarf and Fernape here. Which would bait Goodra Aqua Tail. This is tough. I don't know what to do from here. After killing the Rotom. Because I just don't have enough team slots. I need Golisopod. To be able to emergency exit. I could maybe... What if I U-turned for the KO and then pre-damaged to bait First Impression Durant. Then I went Choice Scarf. Infernape. Baiting Aqua Tail. I don't think this line works. I just don't have the team slots for this. Yeah. So let's retry the Primarina lead here. If only Dragapult had a guaranteed one shot on the Kingdra here. If I do Prim lead, we bait again. Rotom, random move. The idea here was Electrode, pre-slept to bait Nasty Plot guaranteed into Beedrill. Okay with U-turn so that I could bait Guaranteed Liquidation with Gliscor. Get my U-turn. Or get my... First Impression. Is there anyone else I could use against this freaking Dreadnought? What do I do at this point? I could try the double flip turn. Let's see if I do the choice pinned double flip turn with Barracuda. I could then go maybe okay, if I brought out Primarina, that would be a guaranteed Iron Head. Oh no, Toxic Rook is still alive. So if I bring out... So if I do the double, if I bring out Prim, that baits out Toxic Rook. We can still go to Gliscor for the KO. Gliscor would bait... That's kind of a tough one there. I think if I brought out Gliscor, that would bait Gudra Aquatail. I can deal with Gudra with Primarina, which would bait out Gunk Shot Prim on the Prim, go back to Gliscor to deal with 1v1. This just leaves Durant, but then how the frick do I deal with the Durant? nothing... I can't deal with the Durant at that point. I need something else. Bearscuda by himself doesn't quite do it. And I have to incapacitate Electrode for this strategy to work. To fit Infernape into this comp somehow in order to make this work. Okay, so let's recap here. So Prim can 1v1 the Kingdra with Draining Kisses or Moonblasts. This always baits Thunder or Leaf Storm from Rotom. Is there any other options I could do here? Baiting those two moves randomly is a huge issue. If I could somehow be at full health with the Kingdra by using Draining Kisses, I could potentially be baiting only Leaf Storm, which would open up a team slot without having to use Electrode, but let's see, I would have to, let's see, if I hold a Wise Glasses, Draining Kiss becomes a guaranteed 2-shot. Max roll Hydro Pump crit deals 51. very, very low wiggle room. Yeah. And there's also a chance that King could... Not a big chance, but a chance for Kingdra to go for Hurricane instead of Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump can also miss, too. Because if I can be out of Thunder range from the Rotom, then I can just go straight to Beedrill and not have to worry about it. The thing is, I don't think that's a guarantee, especially with crits. Sure. I do have to go to the restroom again though, so maybe something will click once I come back from the bathroom. Is there any other way I could deal with this Kingdra lead? Not really. If I hold a Wise Glasses at level 91, crit Draining Kiss will deal up to 93%. But then the problem is that if Hydro Pump crits and I crit, I don't think I would heal enough to offset the Hydro Pump damage. really too sure what else I could do here. I mean, I could lead. Let's see. Choice man flip turn wouldn't even deal too much with the king trick, so that doesn't really do anything. Only my Hydreigon were faster. This barely doesn't do it. I could try slowing it down with Icy Wind on Gyarados. If I did that, that doesn't really get me anywhere. I really wanna figure this one out. No. Right now, it seems like the only thing I have here is Draining Kiss, Primarina, but I don't know, seems a little too risky for me. Because I can't risk Beedrill potentially being swapped in on a Thunder. But if that could make that happen, then I can KO with U-turn, bring in Gliscor, bait, Liquidation, Dreadnought, emergency exit into into Barraskewda, flip turn, emergency exit again, flip turn. Go Prim again for a Gunk Shot. Into or bait you, or you. It's you, or KO with you, bait you, but then, yeah, just go Prim. Yeah, this could potentially work. Yeah, because after doing the double flip turn KO on the Dreadnought, I can bring in Prim to bait, Skunk Shot, KO with Gliscor. And then most likely bait Gudra. If it's Gudra, then I can just go straight to... I could go Barraskewda on Aquatail. And then flip turn into Prim for the KO. Bait Durant, and then just go Infernape. So if we don't get unlucky, this could potentially work, but it's definitely not a riskless line. So yeah. If I don't get any Hydro Pump crits, I should always fully heal with Draining Kisses. I could also equip the Leftovers to add even more healing. Oh, but then Draining Kiss isn't a guaranteed 2-shot, so yeah, that doesn't. I need at least a Wise Glasses to guarantee 2-shot. Even if he gets a crit though, I do still heal quite a bit with Draining Kiss. So I think what would screw me over, I would have to get like 3 crits in a row, including my own crit, in order for this to go poorly. but I'm not really seeing another solution at this point, so... yeah. So what if I did Assault Vest? Assault Vest could work, but then I would be no longer in KO range of Rotom. Yeah. So that doesn't really work either. Can I even do... let me just... I also need to check if I could do the double liquidation. Emergency exit. So let me check that also as well. Let's see. X minus minimum roll liquidation is 78. Let's see. Max roll crit liquidation is 138. So X minus 138 plus citrus is 62. Has to be greater than 25. Okay. We got some wiggle room there. And then X minus 78 plus 62 minus 78 has to be less than 125. Okay, it does work. Very, very slightly. It's literally at 1 HP roll. It's guaranteed, so that I don't have to worry about that. Alright. I think this is as good as I can get here. So I'm not really seeing any other... It's just having multiple Swift Swim-ons against the enemy team is quite troublesome. Where's my Gallistopod's HP at? Or what's his XP looking like? Alright, this is potentially pretty scary, but I think this is the best I could do. I'm gonna relent. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get. This is pretty scary. see, if I am somehow baiting both Thunder and Leaf Storm, is there any other outs that I could do? Probably not. What if I used... I don't know. I mean, there is a chance that Rotom could also just go for Nasty Plot on the Switch. Oh wait, hold up. I have an idea. Let me review the Gudra plan again. Let me see. If I bake Cross Chop, let me see. We can go. Oh, I have an idea. What I could do is go to Golisopod, but because Cross Chop would always, whenever bring me below half with a crit. So I could put Golisopod asleep, which would guarantee Sword Stance. Oh no, that wouldn't be a good idea. what if I went Vascular Legion on a cross chop? Bait Sucker Punch into Gliscor for the KO. Bait the Leaf Storm for Beedrill. I could also use Goodra again, but then Rotom would be able to set up nasty plots, which wouldn't be ideal. Go U for the KO. KO with U-turn. If I KO Rotom with Leaf Light instead of U-turn, I would always bait Durant. I can go straight to Choice Band, or no, Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Infernape for a KO, which should always bait Goodra. For Aqua Tail. still doesn't work. I just don't have enough team slot. Man. Actually, draw lip 2 crits. He could, but double max roll crit. Only has a 41% chance of KO. I mean, I could just risk my extra drill on 2 double crits and one shot with Earthquake if I bait in a head smash. I think that's my best option at this point, because yeah. If at level 91, double max roll crit only has a 41% chance to 2 shots, so I think I'm willing to risk that, because I can always guarantee head smash after KOing the Gudra with Dragapult. So I think this is probably my best line here. Not riskless, but pretty close. Chop. So Dragapult, bait Sucker Punch into Gliscor, free damage to bait Leaf Storm after KO. Go Mega Beedrill, KO with U-turn, or KO with Leech Life. No, not KO with Leech Life. KO with U-turn. KO with U-turn, go... I could go Dragapult to bait Head Smash. Go to Excadrill for the KO. Excadrill would bait most likely Durant, but sometimes potentially Goodra. I think either would be fine. I could just go straight to Infernape on Durant and the KO, and then bait Goodra. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so actually this line looks not too bad, because Head Smash also has a chance to miss, so... yeah. I think this should work out nicely. Okay. So let's... Let's set this up here. Okay, so we need Hisuian Goodra. We need Dragapult. We need Gliscor. We need Beedrill. We need Excadrill. And we need Infernape. And I need to level up Goodra all the way. Let's see, we want to level up Infernape to the cap, Excadrill to the cap, and I think the rest is fine. So... and then I need to go get the Assault Vest. So let me get that really quick. assault vest, thank you. Give that to Gudra. And then we need soft sand. Let's see, where's this soft sand? Oh, did I miss it? Where's the soft sand at? Someone has it. Oh yeah. Take it off the seismitoad, give it to Excadrill. Give Pecha Berry to Gliscor in case of Gunk Shot, Poison. We don't need item on Dragapult. And we have Beedrillite on Beedrill. I need a pre-damage Gliscor to... Let's see. Let's see, where's the XP for Gliscor at? He won't level up. So I need him to be at... 190 plus 114. That's well over. Oh no, just pre-damaging to 190. Because in case of Gunk Shot miss. At 190, Maxwell crit Gunk Shot deals 114. That leaves me at 76, which is never in range of Signal Beam from Rotom. Alright, so I just need to be at 190 HP. So let's do that here. Cool. So let me update the calcs here for everybody. KO, bring out you to bait you, go you KO. We'll go from there. Alright. Alright, this should be all good. And then I don't need an item for Infernape. Because Durant doesn't have any... Durant doesn't have any status inflicting moves. So we're fine on that. Okay. Alright, let's get this done here. Oh yeah. I never updated the trainer doc here. Yeah, this is the team that I've been trying to figure out this whole time. It took me like an hour and a half almost. But I think I have a good line now. I think this should work. So let's get this done, and then I'm gonna stop there because I'm getting hungry. So let's go head over. So we got you, fight you, fight you, fight you. Fight you. And now, where's the next guy at? I don't want to run into someone accidentally. Let's see, where's this guy at? Oh, oh. What the heck was that? I think that was the optional trainer. Whew, that was scary. Okay, so it should be her. Yeah, I forgot from the trainer doc that there is a optional trainer on this route for Route 130. Yeah, it's almost got caught there. That wouldn't have been good. All right, so I think this should be the correct trainer. So let me save. And triple check the team again. Salt Vest, Gudra, Dragapult, no item. Gliscor, Pechaberry at 190 HP. Good. Mega Beedrill, Soft Sand, Excadrill, and Infernape. Alright, let me just triple check the calc one last time. this looks good. Okay. This took up forever, but this should be good. Let's go ahead and do this here. Alright, Swimmer Katie. Alright, so we got another rain team here. And she leads off a Swift Swim Kingdra with Dragon Gem, Dragon Pulse, plus Hurricane, all that jazz. So really fast because of Swift Swim. But I get to debut my new Hisuian Gudra that I got in Seafloor Cavern. With an Assault Vest, I pretty much just tank this Kingdra even with the Dragon Gem. So we're just gonna take it out with 2 Dragon Pulses here. Yeah, so Dragon Gem boosted Dragon Pulse here, but with Assault Vest, we tank it. Alright, and we're also Shell Armor on this Gudra, so we can't get crit, and we'll just take it out with another Dragon Pulse. So Kingdra goes down. Solfco, what's up in the Twitch chat, bro? Thanks for popping in. No, this is not a restream. I've been streaming already for a couple hours now. But appreciate you popping in. Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. So Kingdra goes down. This should always bring in what's his face? The I'm blanking on the name. What's his face? Toxicroak. Alright, so Toxicroak comes in. It's Life Orb, Dry Skin, with Swords Dance. So pretty scary set, but right now it's guaranteed to go for Cross Chop. So we can swap safely to my Dragapult to not take any damage. Yeah, good. So there's a Cross Chop. Alright, so now we outspeed this Toxicroak and show a 2-shot with Dragon Dart, so he can't go for Swords Dance. So he's guaranteed to go for Sucker Punch as its highest damaging move. So because of that, we can go to Gliscor and not take damage because the Sucker Punch will fail. So we're gonna go Gliscor here. Yep, good. So there's a sucker. Yeah, and I appreciate you jumping into the stream here. I don't really get too many views. I've only recently started streaming, but yeah, this is my current furthest attempt at Run&Bun, and pretty far at this point. So yeah, it's been definitely been quite a ride here. So appreciate you dropping in. Are you someone who also plays Run&Bun? I mean, I could tell because of since you were saying explain the line. But I'll explain. I can definitely would love to explain this line. So Toxic Croak now is gonna guarantee go for Gunk Shot, which he could miss, so that's why I pre-damaged. So always ensure that I bait. So I always bait the Rotom next, and we could always one-shot with Earthquake. And I'm holding a Petra Berry in case of Gunk Shot, Poison. And Earthquake is a guaranteed one-shot. Yep, so we counted for the crit there. It's... So Toxic Croak goes down, and this should always bring in Rotom next. Oh yeah, that's cool. I mean, I always appreciate anyone who plays Run&Bun to pop in my stream. It doesn't happen super often, but it's nice to be able to talk about it with other people. But yeah, I've been playing Run&Bun off stream for quite a while already. I've done like hundreds of attempts, and I've only recently started actually streaming attempts. So yeah, I've definitely put in tons of hours into this game at this point, so... Yeah, the early game is always... I would say, out of all the... Like, I love Run&Bun, but the early game is really not fun because... you have to really rely on a lot of luck. It's really, once you get past Norman, when you really feel like you start getting the reins on the game. But it's very, very hard for people to even get to that point, so... Alright, but, so Rotom here is... I've pre-damaged so that it always guarantees Leaf Storm from Rotom here. So that's the perfect move for me to swap directly into Beedrill, which can take a Leaf Storm pretty well. Yep, so there's Leaf Storm. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too concerned with getting a lot of viewers. I'm just doing it for fun. And just out of, you know, authenticity purposes, but... I've only started streaming like a few months ago, but it's been pretty fun. It's nice getting people popping in and chatting with people, so so we're going to Mega Evolve Beedrill here and one-shot with U-turn, and also allowing us to swap freely. So we one-shot Rotom here. We get a free switch, and we're gonna bring out, bring back in Dragapult. Yeah, even if I don't have any people watching, I just for my own enjoyment, I like explaining the lines because, you know, it's cool when you figured it out and you can explain step by step. So, but yeah, I mean, if you like playing the game, I feel like streaming it has definitely allowed me to improve a lot more than I have playing off stream, because you know, it kind of forces me to be a lot more intentional, take my time more. Alright, but this Dreadnought here is kind of the biggest problem of this team, because it's got Swift Swim and has a choice band with both Liquidation and Head Smash, which does crazy damage. So I brought in my Dragapults to guarantee it locking into Head Smash. So I'm going to use that to 1v1 it with my Excadrill. This is not riskless. If he gets double maximum, if he gets 2 crits in a row, my Excadrill has a 40% chance of getting KO'd, which means I wipe, but Head Smash has a chance to miss too, so very, very low chance. If it happens, it happens. But we're going to swap into Excadrill on a Head Smash here. So he hits. Let's not see a crit. Okay, no crit, so we're guaranteed perfectly fine. So now I can just one-shot with Earthquake as he goes for another Head Smash. Alright, and this should always be bringing in Durant next. Let's see. Yep. And this is a Hustle Durant with Bug Gem, First Impression. So, a lot of damage. It's kind of a random move at this HP though, but it's perfectly fine because I can just swap directly to Infernape. On any move, I always guarantee live a crit. Even First Impression here. Oh, and he missed. The hustle miss. You love to see it. Alright, and then we could just simply outspeed and one-shot with Overheat even in the rain. Alright, and then this will guarantee bring in Goodra, which, let me see. I didn't account for Hustle Miss, but I think we're fine. Yeah, I show that I outspeed and 2-shot with Close Combat, so he can never go for Curse. So he's guaranteed to go for Aqua Tail here. So I can just freely go back into Dragapult. So Aqua Tail, perfect. And then we just outspeed and one-shot with Dragon Darts. Alright, there we go. Very nice. This line took me like about 1.5 hours to figure out, but glad to finally got to work out, so. Let's go ahead and go back. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Sofko, and I didn't already pre-plan the next fight, so I'm actually gonna probably end things there. I'm getting pretty hungry, and I was gonna go play volleyball in a little bit, so I think that's a good place to pause for now. But really appreciate you dropping in. It's nice to be able to chat with somebody. Yeah, you said you were gonna try to start streaming. I would love to maybe try to see you catch a stream of yours sometime. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for today. So I might stream tomorrow. I do have the day off, so I might stream, but I might be spending time with family. So yeah, I don't really have a set streaming schedule right now. I kind of just do it whenever I can. So, but yeah, I'll definitely hit you up with a follow. I'd love to see what some of your runs maybe sometime. But yeah, maybe tomorrow. But if not, hopefully I can catch you another time. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign up there. So hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, I'll see everyone in my next stream, whenever that may be. All right, take care.